Welcome back. In this lesson, we're doing math. So we are now in our third section of chapter 11. And chapter 11, we know, is all about measurement. We've already learned that we can measure the length of an object, which is how long it is. We know we can measure the height of an object, which is how tall it is. Very good. Today we are going to be problem solving and we're comparing objects. So for today's lesson, you need your workbook. So go ahead and get your chapter 11 workbook and a pencil and eraser. If you have cubes or Legos, you might need them. You can go ahead and pause the video. When you're ready, click play. All right. So we're going to get started with a problem. It says, let's solve. This is Will. Will is very hungry and decided to have a picnic. We've had a picnic before, right? Will's mom packed him 2 apples. They must be in here. Oops. But he wants to eat the bigger apple. I think he wants the bigger apple because he's really hungry. So, can you help Will identify, that means find, the bigger apple? Let's measure. So there's the first apple, and there's the second apple, and we're looking for the bigger apple. So here are the 2 apples. He has a yellow and a red one. Which apple is longer in length? Let's see. The red one measures to here, and the yellow one measures to here. So which one is longer? The yellow one is longer. Good. The yellow apple is longer than the red apple. So we know that the yellow one is greater in length, right? Now we need to see. Oops, that should say height. Which apple is taller in length or taller in height? How high? Let's see. The yellow one is this high and the red one is this high. Which one is taller in height? Good. The yellow apple is taller than the red apple. Very good. So we know the yellow apple is longer and the yellow apple is taller. Good. So the yellow apple is longer and taller than the red apple. So Will should eat the yellow apple. Good. That is the bigger apple. Can you compare 2 objects at home? So I want you to go around your house, pick 2 things. It could be 2 of anything and bring them back, okay? Go on a hunt. Any 2 things. Go. Okay. Are you back? All right. So I found 2 things. And the first one I found is an orange. And the second one I found is a cutie. Now, I'm looking at these. And I want to know which one's longer. So I need something to measure. Maybe I will use my hand. I'll use my hand. Okay. So I'm going to measure my hand this way. Let's see. The orange, if I start at my wrist, it covers about most of this part of my hand. Doesn't get to the fingers yet. Let's see the cutie. Oh, this one is not as long. So I would say, if I look at him this way too, I would say that the orange is longer than the cutie. Now I'm going to compare how tall they are. And I'm going to actually just sit them on my hand and hold it up to the camera. If you look, which one is taller? The orange. Good. So, which one of your objects is the biggest one, the bigger one? My bigger object is the big orange, and my smaller object is the little cutie. What did you find? That's awesome. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and open up our Go Math workbooks. And you should be on this page here. Okay. This is page 477, and it says,
problem solving, direct comparison. Essential question. How can you solve problems using the strategy draw a picture?
Okay, so we're going to be drawing a picture of different lengths of items. So our directions say to compare the lengths or heights of two classroom objects. Draw the objects. Tell a friend about your drawing. Well, we're not in the classroom, but I did find two objects. I found my orange and my cutie, and you have two objects. So I'm going to draw my orange and I'm going to draw my cutie on the paper. So here I go. And you are going to draw your two things that you found. Now, when I draw my orange and my cutie, I need to make my orange bigger than my cutie, right? All right. Which one do you need to make bigger? Okay. Here's my orange. There's my little cutie. And my orange has a little stem. And my cutie kind of does. Now, I drew my picture, and now I'm going to talk about my picture. So tell someone. So if you have someone around your house, you can tell, or you can tell me. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that my orange is taller than my cutie, and my orange is longer than my cutie. What can you say about your objects? Which one's taller? Which one's longer? So which one's the biggest? Nice. All right, keep all your work on your paper. Let's flip to the next page. Take your Post-it with you. Find red apple number 1. Good. Now, we need to find two small objects. Place one of the objects on the line and compare the lengths. So here's the line where we started. Oh, I see. And we're going to place two objects here. Okay, so I'm going to go find two more things around my house, and I'll be back. Go. All right. Now, if you have your book in front of you, you can put your objects on the book. Yeah. So I found a big candle and a little candle. And it is a candle. It just has a fancy lid on it. And this candle too. So I have two candles. So I'm going to open my book up to that page. And I'm actually going to put it on top of the paper. So it's going to be kind of hard to show you. I'm going to try my best. Okay, so I put it on there. Do you see? So I lined it up on this line, and I put my big candle and my little candle. Okay? So I'm going to actually draw it on here so you could just pretend you're looking at Miss Paulina's. There's my big candle. There's my little candle. Now, compare the lengths. So we're going to, after you're done, I want you to tell me which one is longer. Which one goes further this way? Well, if I look at it, this one is longer, right? It goes all the way to there, but this one only goes this far. So this one, the big candle, is longer. Which one of yours is longer? It goes far this way. Good. Now, you can draw it on your page if you want to, but if you don't want to, that's okay. You can just place it there. So you don't have to draw. When you're done, you could just take it off. Okay? All right, as long as you found the longer one. We're going to flip to the next page where it's Yellow Sun number 2. So move your bookmark and your Post-it. This is a longer lesson. All right, so we found Yellow Sun number 2, and we are
Share and show.
Now, take your objects, the same ones you just had. So I'm using my candles again. And now you're going to put them on this line on yours. So I'm going to put them on that line. So you can kind of see them there. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw a picture on here so you can see a little bit easier. I put my little candle here, and I put my big candle here, making sure it touches the line. Oh, that's a silly circle. Okay, now this time we're going to see how tall they are, how tall up they are. Okay, well, if I'm looking at mine, if you look at yours, which one's taller? I can also use a line like this and say, well, that one only goes there, and this one goes all the way up here, right? So this one, my big candle, is taller. Nice job. I understand this one's kind of a harder lesson because we're not together in the classroom and I can't be right there to show you what I mean, but you're doing such a good job trying to understand through the computer, and thank you. You don't have to draw it on your book. It's fine. Just pick them up and move them. I just want you to be practicing and seeing in real life what's happening. So if your book looks like this by the end of the day, that's okay, as long as you're finding things and looking at them. All right. And I think, let's see the next page. I think that's it. Okay, very good. We're all done for today's lesson. Now, what I want you to do next is I want you to try to do this page by yourself without Miss Paulino helping. I'm going to help you with directions first. So it's mid-chapter checkpoint. So we're just going to check to make sure you know what's going on. For red apple number 1, you need to make a cube train that's shorter than the blue one. So the blue has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need to make a cube train here that's shorter. For Yellow Sun number 2, you need to circle the crayons that are about the same length. So which ones are the same? And circle them. For green leaf number 3, circle the crayon that is shorter. Which one is shorter in height? Circle it. And for blue flower number 4, choose all the sets of pencils that are about the same length. So bubble in. Are these two the same? If they are, bubble it in. Are these two the same? If they are, bubble it in. If they're not, leave it alone. And check these ones too. Okay, try to do this page by yourself. After that, you're all done. Okay, make sure you already watched my reading lesson because we did use our Read My Shirt readers this morning already. And you have one more video after this, and it's a fun one because I'm telling you all about what today is. And today is a special day because it's Earth Day. Did you say birthday? No, Earth Day. We live on Earth. That's our planet, right? So check out that video next because we have some fun coloring and hats we're going to make. and some writing and some videos and stories. So check out that video next, okay? All right, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.